and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today we're talking about the top 10 archaeological sites that could rewrite history. Before we get started though, I just want to tell you guys about a brand new channel that we have called Fortnite Central. If you love gaming, if you love Fortnite, this is the perfect place for you. It's like 24/7 Fortnite. Also, if you enjoy Landon, then it's even more reason to check the channel out because he is the one playing. I don't even know what Fortnite really is, but I'm gonna watch it just to see Landon doing it. Good. See you there. Okay, so the top 10 ancient sites that can rewrite history. Now some of these have been found already, others lay awaiting discovery. Coming into number 10, we have Stonehenge. We haven't yet solved the mystery of Stonehenge, a prehistoric stone circle made out of 13 feet and 60,000 pound stones. Now this is situated on the Salisbury Plains in England. The stones date back to around 2400 BC, at which time all historical knowledge suggests that humans would not have had the manpower to construct such a site. The area has been a focus of archaeological interest for hundreds of years, and perhaps one day we will finally have an answer as to how and why the stones are there. This answer may well change what we know about our ancestors, or feed into a few wilder conspiracies that could change the way we think about the planet. Was it aliens? I don't know. Predating Stonehenge by 6,000 years, we have the Göbekli Tepe at number 9. The discovery of the Göbekli Tepe in Turkey changed history. Prior to the discovery of the 11,000-year-old structure, humans were thought to have been a lot more primitive. There was no way we thought that they could have been able to make a building like this. The ruins are so old that they even predate the pyramids, as well as simple things like villages and pottery, domestic animals and agriculture. The area is being excavated by archaeologists led by German Klaus Schmidt. Excavations here could one day tell us more about our ancestors and what they were up to in Turkey. Coming into number 8, we have the Antikythera Mechanism. The Antikythera Mechanism was found in 1900 in the sunken wreckage of an ancient Greek ship. This was found off the coast in Crete. The device was largely ignored for 75 years and not even decoded until around 2006. The device changed the way we perceived our ancestors, as it seems that they were much more intelligent than we at first thought. Made thousands of years before its discovery, the device is considered to be one of the world's first computers. The device calculated celestial information, including phases of the moon and lunisolar calendars. The mechanism was so advanced that nothing even came close to it in terms of tech for at least another 1,500 years. Now the discovery really does go to show that the Middle Ages were really harmful to human progression, and that actually the ancient Greeks are one of the smartest civilizations. How can we apply what we know about that to our life today? Coming into number 7, we have Cleopatra's tomb. Cleopatra's tomb has been missing in action for over 2,000 years. We know from studying ancient Egypt that she was supposed to be the last pharaoh. She'd been much discussed in history as a beauty and a temptress. Historically, it is said that the last queen of Egypt killed herself, some say by encouraging a poisonous snake to bite her. Nobody knows what truly happened because nobody's ever been able to find her tomb. Until her tomb is found, or if indeed it ever is, history surrounding one of the most famous queens of all time will remain murky. If and when it's found, who knows what ancient secrets will be uncovered with it. Coming into number 6, we have the lost city of Atlantis. The elusive lost city of Atlantis was discussed by the otherwise credible Greek philosopher Plato. Atlantis was said to be a thriving city that had fallen upon misfortune and sunk. The location given by Plato can these days be traced to the Straits of Gibraltar, that's the sea separating Spain and Africa. The city has been much searched for, but as of yet it hasn't been found. This has led many historians to write it off as a myth. However, if it were to be found, the site could totally rewrite history and we could come across a missing civilization. It's pretty exciting. There could be a whole race of people that we never even knew about. Coming into number 5, we have the Khatt Shebib. The Khatt Shebib is a 93-mile long ancient wall in Jordan, and archaeologists are totally puzzled by who could have built it and why it's there. Nobody knows what purpose it serves. The wall was first spotted by a British diplomat, Sir Alec Kirkby, who was flying over the country. When archaeologists began studying the site, they found an area where 2 walls ran together side by side. Remains of 2 towers have also been found. This has allowed archaeologists to predict that it was built somewhere between 300 BC and 600 AD. Now that's almost a 1,000 year window, so really it hasn't narrowed it down too much. The wall is small in height, meaning it probably wasn't used for defense, but once again, the true purpose remains a total mystery. The Khatt Shebib isn't the only strange structure in Jordan. Coming into number 4, we have giant circles. These giant stone circles are a huge mystery that have baffled scientists and archaeologists for a really long time. Found in lava fields, these stone structures vary between circular wheel-looking shapes, kites, and walls. They're at least 2,000 years old, and researchers have no idea who built them and why they're there. They're definitely too low to pen animals, so what are they doing there? What's puzzling archaeologists is the near-perfect shape of the circles, which would have been impossible to create back in those days. As of yet, we don't have an answer here, but when we do, it could be a game changer. Coming into number 3, we have the Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines are a giant design motif etched into the ground south of Lima in Peru. As of the filming of this video, new lines are still being discovered and people are totally baffled by them. The geoglyphs date back from around 500 BCE to 200 CE, and archaeologists are still baffled as to how and why they're there. Obviously they're working on an answer, but as with all things we can't explain yet, some conspiracists are pointing to aliens. Coming into number 2, we have the Barringer meteorite crater. Now this excites me the most on the list, I think. The Barringer meteorite crater in Winslow, Arizona formed 50,000 years ago. Scientists are studying the crater with keen interest as they probe the dent to find out more about our own planetary history, as well as looking for clues for our wider universe. Obviously a meteorite is a foreign body of rock from out of space. Then crashing down into Earth, there's a lot to be discovered about space matter. Also, refining the age of the impact will help geologists understand what else was going on Earth at the time. Finally, coming into number 1, we have ancient soil underneath the Greenland ice sheet. Okay, forget concrete, wood, and stone buildings, the building blocks of nature are concealing some major secrets that could rewrite our history. Could also totally rewrite what we know about the Earth. We aren't just talking learning what the world was like a few thousand or even hundreds of thousands of years ago. The soil under Greenland's ice sheet dates back 2.7 million years, so beyond the dawn of mankind. This discovery has led to our re-evaluation of the ice sheet. We now know that it has never fully melted, but it is at risk of melting now due to human activity. Beyond that, studying soil from so long ago can seriously aid scientists in understanding the formation of our planet. If we're able to understand that, then there really is a potential to rewrite history as we know it. So guys, that was the top 10 archaeological sites that could rewrite history. What do you think to this list? What do you think is out there in the Earth waiting for us to discover? Do you think we're going to discover life from beyond in the universe from looking down into our own Earth? Let me know in the comments section down below. For now, if you like this video, make sure you give it a good thumbs up, share it with a friend, stay subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10, and don't forget to check out Fortnite Central. I'm Rebecca Felgate, and I'll see you next time.